And we're live. Right, what were we doing last time? Oh, right, we were about to travel to, Innsbeak. Actually, do we have any new mail? No, we don't. Alright. The shadow over Innsbeak. I'm sure it'll be fine. Wow, I can't believe we're in yet another storybook. Sure is dark and foggy here. How are we supposed to find Sherlock Holmes in this place? First things first, let's get to our hotel and check in. Sherlock Holmes was staying there too, so that's a good place to start looking. A weird symbol. You're in my way. Hi, can you point me toward the hotel? I suggest you head right on back the way you came, outsider. What a friendly town. Nice. I'm told the preparations are almost complete. Yes, the old one will soon rise again. I wound up in a Cthulhu storybook, didn't I? It would be better for both of us if you remembered your place, outsider. Okay, I get the feeling they don't like outsiders very much. Embrace the void, stranger. For to know what lies beneath the sea is to know true madness. Did you want to take a look inside my instrument shop, stranger? Well, shame. I've gone and locked myself out, so I've got no business with you. An instrument shop, huh? Sounds like that'd be useful for a certain someone in our party. How can we help you open up the shop? If you're really keen on help an outsider, you need to go see the town locksmith. The shop is west of here. Thing is, we're in the midst of a feud. I won't get into it, but he'd sooner part with his own beak than help me. So I reckon you might be having to do some convincing. We're on it. I definitely wound up in a Cthulhu storybook, didn't I? Ahem! We're here to check in. There should be a room under Ever After Inc. Room 6. Say, we're looking for another Ever After Inc. employee that stayed in this hotel recently. A detective. Have you seen him? Nope. Thanks for nothing. Whew, I'm beat, but these beds are looking mighty cozy. Should we go to sleep for the night and continue our investigation in the morning? Works for me. Later that evening. I definitely saw Cthulhu's name. Psst! Flynt! Wake up! There's someone outside our door. Did they leave? I guess we should, go check it out? You guys go first. I'll bring up the rear. But not because I'm scared or anything. Who was that? Oh, goody. Into the underground. Wow, it sure is dark in here. Good thing we have a fire-breathing light source with us. Oh, goody. Cultist. A mysterious robed figure. Devoted to unspeakable forces. Using dark magic, cultists will sacrifice their own health to buff their allies. And the knife also indicates that they're sharp. Elite Cultist. A cultist leader. They can cast a tricky spell that marks their foes, applying any damage they take back to their marked target. Another changed battle theme. Nice. Who or what were those guys? I don't know. But this is so not what I signed up for. Hey look, they dropped something. A key for room 3. It's a room key. Mystery horror. Sure, why not? Wow, what happened in here? It's a mess. A journal that belongs to Detective Sherlock Holmes. Good. We have the Good Detective's Journal. This journal is the property of Detective Sherlock Holmes. Private. Do not read. Let's read it! Dear Diary, today I arrived in the seaside town of Innsbeak. The air tastes of salt and the darkness is oppressive. A suitable atmosphere for wallowing, as I am still reeling from my true love's bitter rejection. Once more I find myself alone, with only my cherished diary as my steadfast confidant. Why must I be so lonely? Am I undeserving of love and companionship? Such thoughts plague my weary mind. Ahem. Alas, I am here to scout this location for a new Ever After Ink branch, and scout I shall. I'm deducing that this storybook would be perfect for a new branch. Although these feathered folk are quite unfriendly. Outside my window, I keep seeing robed figures slinking through the darkness. Something strange is going on here, and I intend to get to the bottom of things. Wow, poor guy. His heart is totally broken. Oh, I wonder who rejected him. Someone we know from the office, perhaps? Okay, so the guy's an unwanted loner with a failed love life. Any indication on where he went next? The diary ends there. The rest of the pages have been ripped out. That's odd. And the window's clearly been smashed. Did somebody break in to tamper with his diary? Let's go out that way and see what we can find. Correct the case with this detective coat. It allows you to track certain footprints. It won't make you smarter, but it'll make you look smarter. Allows you to track certain footprints. It's the detective's jacket and hat. Put them on! I feel much more astute. Hey, look at that! Footprints belonging to Detective Holmes, no doubt. Wow, dressing as a detective really does help. You wouldn't catch me wearing that goofy outfit. Wearing a piece of the detective's outfit would allow you to track footprints of relevant characters. Follow the trail to see where they've been. So what do we got here? Deep One. A fishy creature from the depths of the sea. They can use weapons, hold shields, and even stack. Given enough time, Deep Ones will call for help. So avoid their poisonous attacks and dispose of them quickly. Continues down the stack. He just sacrificed himself. Tinder, I don't think you're supposed to be down there. Yeah, it's a minor bug. She'll be back to normal. No, you don't. Don't let me down, Flynt. You've somehow kept us alive thus far. My collar may have shrunk your size, but it can't shrink your ferocity. Might as well gain some synergy points when I'm not acting, right? Alright, another level. Ah, so this is a map of the town. An excerpt torn from Sherlock Holmes' journal. Perfect. It's another entry torn from the detective's journal. Dear Diary, my heart still aches for my lost love, and my spirit is empty. Yet I trudge on. I have arrived at Quail Manor to meet the enigmatic Madame Quail. The Quail family has roots in this town going back for centuries, and Madame Quail is its matriarch. If anyone could tell me more about this place, she can. I do also wonder if she's single. So Detective Holmes has been here before. Let's check it out. Interesting. Why would he go around the stairs? Did he see something that he had to act on? Maybe he just didn't trust the stairs. Quail Manor. This is where Sherlock Holmes went next, according to his journal. But it looks like his trail's gone cold. Oh, and who do we have here? I, of course, am Madame Quail. Welcome to my home. Aristocratic matriarch of the Quail family. And who do I have the pleasure of speaking with? We're Flynt, Tinder, and Wolfgang, visiting on behalf of Ever After Inc. We're looking for Detective Sherlock Holmes, a fellow employee. He's gone missing, and apparently he came by your manor at some point to visit with you. Have you seen him? I'm afraid not. Nobody like that ever came by here. By the way, ma'am, can you tell us anything about why the streets of Innsbeak are filled with hostile robed figures and other creatures? Creatures? Why, I don't know what you're talking about. The streets of Innsbeak are safe. My family practically built this place, you know. I know this community like the back of my wing, and I've never seen any creatures. Do you mind if we have a look around? Of course. Please make yourselves at home. Nothing says investigating like breaking a bunch of Ming faces. Alright, time to investigate. A note. Hey, would you please move over a bit? Sorry, sir. I cannot abandon my post. The madame specifically requested I stand here. I just need you to move to the side slightly. My apologies, sir. That will not be possible. You're a chef. Shouldn't you be in the kitchen? I'm not needed in the kitchen until Chef Duxter starts cooking for the big feast. Until then, I must remain here as per my orders. Noted. Okay, that's one of Holmes's excerpts. Good evening, sir. Through here is Quail Manor's garden, which I regret to inform you is off limits to guests. Okay, so we gotta get the Chef Duxter to make some preparations for the grand feast. Oh, another guest. Will you be joining us for dinner, sir? Wait, another guest? Was the first guest a detective by any chance? Sir, I'm afraid I must get back to work. No time for chit-chat. You're just standing there. Excuse me, I'm looking for my colleague. He's a detective. Have you seen anyone like that? No, sir, I don't believe I have. Suspicious. These quails are definitely suspicious. I'm pretty sure that's a duck. Yoink. We're looking for a man called Detective Sherlock Holmes. Have you seen him? Oh, so that company sent you as well? Ahem. I mean, no, I haven't seen your colleague. And how'd you know he was from our company? What company? Just now. You said, so that company sent you as well. I don't recall saying that at all. These guys are not very helpful. What are you doing in my kitchen? Oh, we didn't mean to bother you. Madame Quail said we could look around. Did she now? Fine then. I'm Duxter, the head chef at Quail Manor. The Billed Butcher of Innsbeak. Now, sir, if you wouldn't mind, I'm trying to manage a bit of a crisis in here. What's the problem? Well, I'm missing a couple of key ingredients, so there'll be no feast until I have them. We'd be happy to help. What do you need? Very well. I need fresh worms and berries. Both ingredients can be found in Quail Manor's garden. Please retrieve them for me so I can begin cooking. Okay, we'll get right on that. Now, if you'll excuse me... Alright, so I've managed to get access to the garden. Good evening, sir. Off limits to guests. We were asked by Duxter to collect some ingredients of the garden. Oh, Duxter asked you. Go right ahead, sir. Apologies for getting in your way. Please don't tell him I gave you a hard time or anything. Nice. Barely worth the effort. Attention Quail Manor servants. Are you looking for worms? They won't pop out unless the ground is muddy. Find the switch and turn on the faucet. There's our switch. delicious, tasty worm. I guess maybe to the people of the Quail Manor. Three unlit, 4 lit, 2 lit, far right, unlit. There we go, some berries. Why are there no berries in a berry garden? Honestly. It's like they were just waiting for us to leave so that the feast couldn't start. Upstairs is Madame Quail's private quarters. How do we get up there? Unfortunately, sir, the architecture of Quail Manor is designed for winged folk. It won't be possible for you to ascend. Might as well break all their Ming vases. Excellent. You retrieved the missing ingredients. Now I can start cooking for the feast. Where's my sous chef? Can you please let him know it's time to start cooking? Yeah, no problem. Wait, was that bird meat on the rack? You know what? Doesn't matter. Hey, Duxter's ready to start cooking for the feast, and he needs you in the kitchen. Oh, of course, right away. Alright, now we can get this little note that was left up here. Looks like a torn piece of Holmes's diary. Yep. From the Journal of Detective Sherlock Holmes. Dear Diary, I've spoken with Madame Quail. She's a very intelligent lady, and I must admit she is quite charming. I explained to Madame Quail that ever after Ink would be opening a new branch in Innsbeak, and she seemed strangely amused. Behind those beady eyes, I could sense the gaze of a bloodthirsty predator. There's something fishy going on here, and I will be getting to the bottom of it. So the detective did come here after all. Why was Madame Quail lying? Wait, there's another entry here. Dearest Journal, I feel as though I am being watched. After speaking with Madame Quail, I returned to my hotel room to find a strange letter slipped under my door. It read, Dear Detective, you are in grave danger and you must leave Innsbeak immediately. There was no signature, no trace of who wrote it, except for a single footprint on the parchment, perhaps left by mistake. might have left that strange note for Detective Holmes? Let's put our detective skills to good use and track down whoever left this letter. We have a footprint to go off of. It's worth a shot. Alright, now we can follow the red footprints. And from what I could guess, we'll have to go back down to the hotel. Town square's to the right. Alright, so we're left of the hotel. Hey, are you the locksmith? The instrument shop's owner is locked out of his store and needs your help. You know, Bill. Very typical that he'd use some outsider to conduct his business. Well, I got news for you, pal. That foul-feathered fiend is not welcome to my services. You know what he did? Okay, I don't want to get in the middle of this, but what would it take for you to unlock the instrument store? I suppose I'd be inclined to help you if you did a little something for me first. You see, I lost my glasses. I'm working with all these tiny little parts, and I can't see anything properly without them. Find my glasses, and I'll unlock the instrument store. Okay, where do you last remember having them? Let's see. I must have been fluttering about around the docks. I'll see what I can do. Parking a car in your office is exactly something a car person would do. Great. You'd like to get across, wingless stranger? You have to drain this water manually from the sewers. Shame you can't fly across. Well, better find the sewers then. An herbal tea, huh? Double kill. Here are our sewers. Unauthorized access to the sewer is prohibited. That didn't stop me because I can't read. I don't like that sound. I think I don't know why the sewers are unauthorized. Alright, we drained the sewers. At least on one side. I don't like that sound. Uh-oh. Lurker. A ghastly creature that slinks through the alleys of Innsbeak. Watch out for its second form. Can't go into its second form if it dies in its first. It just cut off its own head! I don't think I want to know what that thing really is. It's like just some sort of crab monster that's just more than one crab monster. Alright, we're back at the town center, and there's our footprint trail. Halt! Or wait, no, this isn't the voice for her. Oh, Eva from HR. Fancy meeting you here. I'm sure I've got this all wrong, but from my perspective, it looks like you stole my key, broke into the forbidden section, made off with company property, and entered this world despite it specifically being banned from travel, all behind my back. And on top of that, burnt my beautiful plant collection to the ground. I must be mistaken, right? Because surely nobody would so blatantly cross me. We can explain everything. It's okay, Flynt, I've got this. Ahem. Lady, we can do whatever we please. We don't answer to you. Look, I know how it makes you feel. It makes you feel good to boss people around. But the truth is, you're just a cog. You don't mean anything to anybody. Nobody's afraid of you. Are you finished? Yeah, so why don't you scurry on back to the office and file some paperwork, or whatever it is you do. Tinder. Does anyone have anything else to say? I'm all ears. Ma'am? Tinder didn't mean it. Can you please change your back? Don't you think you're being a bit harsh? Well, Flynt, let's hear from you. Why shouldn't you share in your friend's punishment? Okay, look, we're searching for Sherlock Holmes. I'm sorry we went behind your back, but he could be in trouble. And we have a strong lead on where to find him. I know this book is dangerous, but we're experienced enough to handle it. Is that so? Well, the orders to ban this book came straight from corporate. And I'm strictly enforcing it because I will not lose yet another employee on my watch. If you really think you're strong enough to handle things here, then how about you prove it to me? Through a duel, you and me, right now. I'll be the judge of what you're capable of. Eva, the Witch of HR has caught up to you. Watch out for her bouncy kangaroo hop. How'd you like that, Eva? Very well, Flynt. You're stronger than you look. I'll transform your friend's back. I didn't think anything could be more humiliating than my current form, but here we are. Okay, listen up, folks. I'll permit you to stay in this story to find Detective Holmes. But I'm coming with you. Oh, that really won't be necessary. We already have such a productive dynamic going, and it's decided. Without me, you'll never find Detective Holmes. I'm joining your team. It's a pleasure to be joining some of Ever After Inc.'s most promising new employees. You'll certainly benefit from someone of my wisdom and experience on your team. Now, listen carefully. My magic is centered around transformation. I can transform any character you encounter. Give it a try. Nice! I can transform anyone you encounter into a chicken. But small critters like cats and mice have special forms that you can only see by transforming them. Check it out. Transform this cat and use a special form to get the coin. Great job! I'm looking forward to working with you, Flynt. Okay, let's find Detective Holmes. Right. Eva, can you please give us a moment? So, obviously we gotta keep the whole takedown Ever After Inc. thing on the down low for now. If she finds out about our plans, it'll ruin absolutely everything. We can't let that happen. Maybe she'll come around to the cause. Doubtful. I've never seen such a loyal office drone in my life. We'll just have to play along for now until we find the detective. Then, hopefully, she'll just go back to HR and leave us to our plans. Alright, friends. Let's get a move on, shall we? This detective won't find himself. I think you'd quit evil and join HR instead. That's not much better. Oh dear. A bottle of nectar. Hey there. We're looking for a detective colleague of ours. We know it was you who sent him that warning letter. Hey. You know something. Tell us what's happened to him. Listen, pal. Some mysteries best be left unsolved, you hear? You're in danger. You may not be savvy to it yet. I reckon it's time you leave this place. You know, we know your letter said the same to Sherlock Holmes. But we really need to find him. Tell you what, if I had another sweet sip of nectar, I might be more inclined to help you out. Bring me a bottle of nectar and I'll sing like a canary. Wait a sec. Nectar! You've got some. Give her here. I beg you. Ah, that's better. Numbs the pain, if you catch my meaning. The name's Pete. Pigeon Pete. The town drunk. You said you'd tell us what you know about Sherlock Holmes. That I did. I must warn you, though, this story ain't for the faint of heart. Innsbeak, you see, we're just a quiet little fishing hamlet, it were. But after a time, them fishes, they started to dwindle, and tough times came upon the town, they did. Without the fishing industry to keep Innsbeak going, the folks around here got real desperate. There was one family, however, that the Depression didn't touch. You see, the Quayle family, they've always been flush with wealth. Practically built this town, they did. But there have been tales, for generations, mind you, whispers about their dealings with something dark, something sinister. They pray to known gods known to bird kind. So when Madame Quayle come to the simple folk of Innsbeak, offering up the secrets to her wealth, affixed to their woes, well, you see, you gotta understand that the townsfolk, they'd have done anything. So the Order of the Feather was born, a cult run by Madame Quayle, devoted to worshiping an ancient god who lurks in the deepest abyss of the ocean. This god be older than the blinking universe itself, and I fear even now to speak its true name, for to speak it be to call it forth. In exchange for hefty fish hauls and treasures from realms unknown, the Order of the Feather pledges themselves to the Old One. And through worship and sacrifices, the Old One gets stronger. It sends its minions ashore to carry out its commands. And now the streets of Innsbeak be teeming with vile creatures from the depths. And if that weren't enough to chill your bones, them that bow down to the old ones start becoming one with the ocean. Keep a sharp eye on the townsfolk, and you might spy fins or other fishy traits starting to show. So where be your missing detective, you might be wondering. I reckon he's slated for sacrifice to the old one, like many afore him. A valuable sacrifice he be, seeing as the detective is from beyond this realm. Same goes for you lot. That's why you're all in mortal peril. Oh my, that's simply awful. I knew this place was too dangerous. I'm gonna have to file so much paperwork when this is all over. And I do love paperwork. Okay. So, evil cult, ancient ocean-dwelling god, and a whole lot of nonsense. Got it. Where might the detective be now? I'd like to get this show on the road. If it ain't too late, the detective's likely still held captive in Quail Manor. Listen very carefully. In Madame Quail's private quarters, there's a hidden switch under her desk. You gotta find the switch to enter her hidden chamber. Hopefully the detective will still be there. But hurry. Time's running short. No doubt the old one's minions are alerted to your presence, and the Order of the Feather will be coming for you. Wow, thanks for your help. Oh, I finally get it. He's a stool pigeon. Because you get it, because he's on a stool. Oh boy. Angler. These parasitic creatures will not only suck health from unsuspecting victims, but they'll latch onto their allies, boosting their defense. A Cheshire Cat. And a telepager. What the Cheshire Cat be doing in the Innsbeak library? Ah, you can raise people from the dead now. Right, the glasses were somewhere in the port. Found him. Those damn glasses. Nice. Back to the locksmith. Wait, there's a faster way to get back to the locksmith, and that's telepager to the library. Flinging the books all over the place. Fine. Blow. Alright, everybody's now above 20 HP. That's a good place to be. Alright, locksmith, here's your key. Ah, you found him. My ruby beauties. I look good, don't you reckon? So can we get a new key for Bill in his instrument shop now, like you promised? Bill, that bottom-feeding scum. You know what he did? He said that these glasses were a bit much. Can you believe it? Bill said that. Alright, well, I suppose I promised you some help. So I'll try not to think about who this key is for. They are kind of a bit much. Let's be honest, man. Too sparkly. Ah, you got the key from the old kook. Bobby, you unlocked my store. For an unfeathered stranger, you're not half bad. Oh, it's you. If you're expecting some kind of reward for unlocking my door, then I'm afraid you're out of luck. No, we were just browsing. That loot you have there looks pretty sweet. How much for it? I ain't gonna sell it to just anybody. You gotta be a real musician to play my instruments. Oh dear. To buy the loot, we're gonna have to prove we have a musician with us. I'll be darned. Your musicianship can charm even an old sea dog like me. I'll give you the darn thing on the house. How about that? Alright, Wolfgang's got himself a better weapon. Wow, that's so kind of you. I'm absolutely stoked to play this thing. Now be safe out there. Creatures from the deep lurk in the shadows. Yeah, we noticed. Alright, now Wolfgang's got the same attack strength as everybody else. And now to Madame Quails. I mistimed it. Alright, Flynt, take it out in one go. Alright, to Madame Quail's house. Once more. Wait. Why does Madame Quail have a telepager? Oh, I see it. All right. Hey, there's a switch under here. Ah, how original. Secret passage behind a bookcase. Well, this is unsettling. Nice. Is that Cthulhu in the pose of the thinker? No matter. Well, well, well. Look who's decided to join us. Excellent timing, really. We were just about to begin the ritual. Now that we've feasted. You've kindly saved us the trouble of coming to find you. Yes, indeed, you all will play an important role in the ceremonies to come. Along with the detective, now that we have more than enough tribute for our great god. Duckster, will you please apprehend our fine friends so that we may begin the ritual? O Ancient One, grant me strength. Uh-oh. The Billed Butcher of Innsbeak, Madame Quayle's prized chef, and right-hand man, or bird. He's a powerful foe that can harness otherworldly magic. Nice. Alright, attack buff's down. Fools! How dare you challenge the power of the Old One? I am completely immortal in this form. Prepare to meet your ends. No effect. You see? It's foolish to attempt to resist the Old One's power. And now, once we offer you up for sacrifice, you will have the privilege to fully witness it yourself. Duckster, take the wolf and the lizard and prepare them for the sacrificial ritual. We'll deal with the human and the witch later. Oh, and confiscate their storybooks. If our offerings do manage to wriggle away, we can't have them leaving Innsbeak. Long live the Order of the Feather. Praise Cthulhu! Oh dear. Ah, what a fine evening. The cosmos have blessed us with 4 more souls to offer to the great Cthulhu. As if the detective wasn't a blessing enough. Sadly, we'll have to hold you here until we can prepare your friends for the ritual. Then it'll be your turn. Where are they? I shan't tell. Duxter has brought your friends to a remote location to undergo the sacrificial ritual. The same ritual we performed for Detective Holmes. What are you going to do to them? After the ritual, we will offer their bodies and souls to the great Cthulhu. He shall rise from the depths to feast upon our humble offerings. You're going to feed our colleagues to a fish monster? What is wrong with you? Not a monster, my dear. A god. And in exchange for our sacrificial offerings, Cthulhu blesses us with great power and riches. We need to keep offering sacrifices to keep our power. It's that simple. Listen, my dear, this will all be over soon. Once we deal with your friends, we'll come back for you. And don't even try to escape. Even if you could swim, the waters in this harbor will thrash all but the strongest swimmers. And just to be safe, we confiscated your storybooks, so leaving Innsbeak will be quite impossible. Anyway, ta-ta! Now what? I just want to say, I told you so. Because you decided to meddle in this forbidden storybook, 2 more Ever After Inc. employees are now in danger. This reflects very poorly on HR. It's easy to throw blame around, but it doesn't change the fact that we gotta get out of here. We need to go rescue Tinner and Wolfgang. And of course, the detective. We can still manage this on our own. Okay, Eva. Think of your strongest relaxation techniques. Breathe in, breathe out. I'm not mad at you, Flynt. I'm just very disappointed in your unprofessional behavior. But, let's put a pin in this. I accept your apology, of course. I don't recall apologizing. So, time for a brainstorming session. How are we going to get off this rock? If it isn't the stool pigeon. Seal transformation spell. A mysterious spell that can transform the target into a seal. Oh my! It's a spell! Why would that scruffy pigeon drop this for us? Flynt, may I take a look? Ah, yes! Fascinating! Flynt, do you see that symbol over there? I can channel the power from the glyph and transform you into a new form. Try standing on it. It shouldn't hurt. I'm now a seal that can swim in the ocean. Oh, nice. A new attack for her. hop because he's got the thing pointed up, but I can use this. Looks like Madame Quail closed the gate behind her. We need to find another way around. Luckily, we have made a path for the other way around. A Gothic lantern to make things spooky in the workplace. Why would I want to... You know what? Doesn't matter. Everything okay there? Oh, jeez. Abomination. Vile and grotesque. This is the final form of those that devoted themselves to the Old One. Their attacks hit hard, and their spiky bodies make them quite formidable. Can't jump on that. God almighty, what happened here? Well, we know what happened here. It's just... This is awful. There we go. Now that we've escaped, we must go find Wolfgang and Tinder. Madame Quail said Duxter was taking them somewhere to be prepared for the ritual. We need to follow Duxter's tracks after he left Quail Manor. But, let's not follow too closely. Duxter is invincible, remember? So we mustn't let him catch us. Hey, what happened to the basement trapdoor? This hotel doesn't have a basement, outsider. Uh-huh. If you say so. Restore our MP. already not liking this. Okay, so he went through that door, but unfortunately we can't do anything there. Door's locked. Oh dear, I think that was Dexter. Looks like we're in the right place. Let's follow him. But we can't let him find us. Alright, door unlocked. Ugh, turn around. Your spookiness is bewitching. What a nice thing to say. There's Dexter. Why is he waiting there? Oh boy. Chase scene. Run! Damn it. How long can he keep this chase up? Not even cars could stop him. Thank goodness. That power is monstrous. This gate is locked tight. Can't Right, no books, no telepager. You think you can lose me that easily? Not again. Run! You think you can hide from me in there? No matter. I'll be waiting for you outside. As soon as you try to leave, you're mine. Oh dear, what have we gotten ourselves into? It seems like we're safe for now, though. So anyways, where are we? The Innsbeak Chapel. Looks like we'll be stuck in here until we find a way to get past Duxter. So we might as well look around for clues. Oh, you're already close to changing. Why not make yourself useful and buy something, stranger? Before your inevitable doom. Boba tea for the health and MP. They aren't aware of our new seal powers. You're a model employee. There they are. You came for us. Are you both okay? Yeah, it's actually been great for Tinder and me to get some quality time together. I've been playing my lute to keep us entertained. Please, dear God, get me out of here. The key is over there. Please, just bring it over. Hey, this looks familiar. You locked up with a key sitting just barely out of reach? Flynt, I mean it! I am literally going insane. Let me out, now! Okay, okay. Watch it not be the key. The key doesn't fit. What? Kidding. Yes, very funny. So, any sign of Detective Holmes? He must have been locked up here at some point as well. No sign of him, unfortunately. Well, unfortunately, we have bigger problems now. Duxter's camped outside the chapel's front entrance. We need to find another way out. Alright, let's look around more. Maybe there's another exit. It's good to have the team back together again. Wonder if there's something behind the trees. Nope. Worth a shot. I've never seen that version of the coin before. Blue one. That's pointless. Nice buff, idiot. Nice. Health boost. Alright, so we gotta get the mouse over to the other side. Ah. And now we gotta carry the mouse across. That one can only be taken care of by Flynt. Alright, time to open up whatever this switch does. Nice. Air, earth, fire, and then water. Engage the 4 elements to reveal the ritual. Air. Earth. Fire and water. The lights are open. Green, blue, yellow, blue, green. Oh. The inner sanctum. Nice! 6 damage. It's a pretty decent attack. There we go. More smelling salts. I didn't even know those were there. God. Caught. Nice, for heals. I have a feeling something bad is about to happen here. Geronimo! A heart? Ew, what is that? Get away from my heart! I knew you rats would find your way down here. I caught up just in time. Wait, this fleshy thing is a heart? How does that work? My heart! You've damaged it! My only weakness! The secret to my immortality! How dare you! Fools! I am unbeatable! The power of the old one courses through my veins. Once my heart heals itself, I'll be back to my immortal state. Time to make you embrace your fate. You may have found my weakness, but my heart will continue to heal itself over time. And once my heart reaches its full strength, I'll ascend back to my immortal state and deliver you straight to the void. As long as its heart is below full health, Duckster will be vulnerable. It'll heal itself by 3 health on its turn. As soon as the heart reaches full health, Duckster will regain his immortality and defeat you instantly. Damn. So I just gotta keep it from... Duckster's true form, granted to him by the Old One. He's completely mortal when his heart is at full health. Ew. Alright, Wolfgang. Oh boy. There you go. You're too late. You're already dead. Thanks to the power of music. Thanks, Wolfgang. Ugh. We'll take those, thank you. This door looks pretty out of place here. How do we get in? There we go. So where are we now? You've got to be kidding me. What? Why are we in an office? Ever After Ink down here? Eva, what is the meaning of this? I don't know. Hello, folks. Welcome to the Innsbeak branch of the Ever After Ink. I'm afraid our manager, Madame Quayle, isn't in the office right now. You're welcome to have a seat and wait if you'd like. Madame Quayle is the manager of this branch? She works for Ever After Ink? I'm so confused. Come on, let's have a look around. Why is Ever After Ink here? It's Madame Quayle's computer. Maybe we could do some digging. Dang, it's password protected. We've got to look around more. You've got to be kidding me. Pigeon Pete, what are you doing here? Oh, hi. I wasn't hiding out from you. Just taking a spell back here, you know? Pigeon Pete, do you work here? What the blinking heck are you accusing me of, son? Okay, you got me. Yes, I work here. Let's have a chat somewhere more private. I can finally stop talking like a sailor. Yeesh! It's true. I work here. Sorry for misleading you. Honestly, I'm kind of embarrassed about it. Madame Quayle paid me a handsome sum to lead you and your folks into her devious trap. She sensed you lot were stirring up trouble and wanted you out of the picture so her dark deeds could proceed without interruption. I felt pretty bad about it, though, which is why I dropped that spell for you to help you escape. I did try to warn the detective as well, but, as you know, he didn't listen. I'm so confused. Why would Ever After Inc. partner with a cult? What does Sherlock Holmes have to do with all of this? Beats me. I just work here. All I can tell you is this. Ever After Inc. and Madame Quayle seem to be collaborating to do some kind of research. I think I'm going to be sick. So where's Sherlock Holmes now? It feels like we've been chasing his tail all over town and turning up nothing. Your detective is at the lighthouse. That's where Madame Quayle will be taking him to complete the final act of the sacrificial ritual to summon the Old One. But I must give you one last warning. Stay away. The Order of the Feather deals with forces that you can't even imagine. They will find this detective. We have a promotion riding on this, understand? And if this dorky cult keeps getting in our way, then we'll handle it. Alright, let's go to this lighthouse and put a stop to this madness. Here, I can at least authorize you to use the elevator to get out of here. You're all set. Why are you helping us anyway? I'm an old pigeon. I'm not cut out for this line of work. And I hate what the Order of the Feather has done to my poor little town. Stay safe out there. This has the makings of a bad... Something horrible's going on. Flynt, dear, do you know where you're going? According to Pigeon Pete, Madame Quayle has taken the detective to the lighthouse for the final sacrificial ritual. We need to go straight there. You should check the town map to see how to get to the lighthouse. Then let's use the telepager and get out of here. Luckily, I know exactly where I'm going. Ah, yes, I remember. Actually, what's our health like? Perfectly healed. Later, lurker. Alright, I see how I gotta do this. Dealing with forces beyond our ken. Gosh, slipped right off. Sometimes it's hard to tell where to stand. Nice, another ink bottle. And a boba. Perfect. I think we're ready for the fight. Or I would be if I had any synergy. Welcome to the cliffs. Alright, one step closer. And another gem. How's the bridge gotta be so weird? Oh, jeez. That is just all kinds of disturbing. Kill it with fire, Tinder. Well, that just screams boss fight. Unfortunately, we're going to have to leave it for next time. So, until next time, have a good night.